Hi guys, welcome to Brand X Reviews. It's kind of weird doing this video because I haven't done one for a few months, and I'm going to get into that at the end of this video. For now, I'm just going to talk about the new Ghostbusters film. Now, this is a film that's really got a kind of divided group of opinions on it, a lot of which started long before the film came out, and there's a long history to that. Now, that's been done elsewhere on YouTube. I'd recommend a video that Cinemassacre, the angry video game nerd, put out. Well, he was doing it as himself. James Rolfe did a video about the history of Ghostbusters, the third film it was going to be that never happened, and then the reboot effectively. But that wasn't a review of the film that he did. He was talking about the history of it. What I'm going to do here is just talk about my thoughts of the film, having seen it, and put it into context. So, initially, I didn't want to go see this film. The trailers looked awful. They really did. They just looked terrible. And that's the fault of the marketing department or whatever, I don't know. Also, the content of the footage that they used, which is obviously part of the film, and he's in the film, wasn't good. It was just really bad jokes. It just didn't vibe with me at all. It wasn't in keeping with the original humour of that first Ghostbusters or even the second Ghostbusters film, but it wasn't even funny in its own right. There's a bit where the female, well, they're all female characters, but the black woman that jumps off the stage, and she's like, is it because I'm a woman or is it a race thing? Or something to that effect anyway, when she jumps off and nobody catches her and then she shouts that out. It's like, I'm sorry, but that humour isn't funny anymore. It might have been funny in like 1996 when Chris Rock was doing the "it's cause I'm black" kind of like jokes and stuff. It's just not funny anymore. I'm not saying it's like it's offensive or anything like that. I'm not even going to go there. It's just not funny. And that bit is in the film, and it wasn't funny in the film, and it wasn't funny in the trailer. But I've seen the film, and it was vaguely entertaining. It wasn't as bad as the trailers made it look, so credit where it's due. Now, like I say, this is a very divisive issue, reviewing this film, because you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, and you are going to get trolled, and I'm sure this video is going to get probably more dislikes than likes, just because I'm saying, hey guys, this film isn't that bad. There is an organised group of people out there that are just trolling reviewers. So, I don't care. In fact, I want you to troll this. Just show your hand, seriously. Troll this video, whatever, I don't care. I've seen the film and it wasn't that bad. And I was going into this film expecting it to not be all that great, but kind of hoping it'd be entertaining. And to be fair, like I said, it was entertaining. Some bits were actually quite funny as well. Chris Hemsworth in this film was really funny. Now, one issue that I take with this film is the whole sexist approach they seem to have taken against men, and this is done in a lot of TV shows and films. One specific one that just made me want to be sick. Back in the 90s, Ally McBeal, pretty much any man in that show was either a complete sleaze or just a douchebag or a moron. That seems to be the case with this film. I don't think there are any male characters in this film that are not either an asshole, a moron, or an asshole. So it seems to be like there's just those three categories there. Now, granted, I said one of them twice, but that's just to vary it out, because there really isn't a lot of variety for any men in this film. It is a very very sexist kind of way that they do that. And I know that they also do that in other films against women, but I don't like those films either. So, yeah, just kind of stupid and intelligence insulting as well. That was the other thing. So, although I'm not hating on this film, there's a lot of negative stuff to be said about it. So, I'm not getting into spoilers here. I'm just kind of talking about my feelings about the film. Now, there's a few kind of weird things that they did with this. There's a lot of things that they did which was pretty much ripped off from the original film. Now, I say ripped off, it's a remake, so you can kind of say, well, it's a remake. They're going to maybe pay homage to some of the original source material or whatever. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In this film, I didn't mind it too much. Certain little things, like thematic things, like the film begins with them sort of casually investigating stuff. They get kicked out of university and decide to go into business for themselves. That's very much what the premise of that first film is, and they do it again in this, very similar to that first film. A lot of the beats are the same, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't mind it. It's personal preference. I don't really want to go into whether that's good or bad, because again, it's a subjective thing to say. Now, some of the other issues that I've noticed other people have taken big issue with is the cameos in this. One reviewer that I follow in particular did say that it seemed like every 15 minutes the film ground to a halt because they had to throw in cameos with actors from the original film, and it was jarring. I didn't feel that myself. Some of the cameos did seem a bit disrespectful to the original film. There was one bit in particular, I'm not going to go into spoilers, but there was one bit with one particular actor from the original two films who kind of comes into it, and his character is kind of, let's just say, he leaves the film in a very undignified way, and I didn't like it. I just thought it was kind of disrespectful, but you know, not in terms of let's, you know, write letters to your local prime minister or your congressman, offensive, distasteful, not in an important way, but just, you know, if you're going to put this actor in there, give him something better than that, please. And I felt that way about some of the other cameos as well, but there was one in particular, one right at the end with one of the original Ghostbusters. I'm not going to say which one it was, but I really thought it was quite funny. You saw it coming a mile away. But I'm not going to say any more than that, because if you haven't seen the film, I don't want to spoil it. Because some of the cameos and these actors turning up, it's kind of when you don't know when they're going to arrive, that's kind of the appeal of it. If you kind of know like when they're going to turn up, it's going to take the fun away from it. If there is any fun to be had with this film, that's again debatable. So I'll pretty much leave it there. There's a little, like I said, I could kind of ramble on, and I feel the need to, but that's my kind of truncated rambling about this film. So I'll just leave it at that. So, anyway, Brand X Reviews, like I said, I haven't done any reviews for about 4 months now. I'm going through a bit of a rough patch myself. Not in a bad way, don't worry about me, I'm fine. But just kind of dealing with a few things that kind of happened, and getting things better in my life, you know, that kind of thing. So, I've just needed a bit of time to do that. So, just bear with me in the next however long. While these videos aren't as frequent as they used to be, but everything's fine, and I'm probably going to keep doing reviews every now and again, so Brand X Reviews isn't dead, let's just put it that way. I'll leave it there. That's pretty much all I have to say on the whole Ghostbusters thing, and also Brand X Reviews, so for now I'm going to leave it there and say thank you very much for watching. Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just so you know, for more news, reviews and retrospectives, you can like our page on Facebook, simply called Brand X Reviews. But as well as that, you can also subscribe to us on YouTube via this video. You can also bookmark our website, which is brandxreviews.com, which is pretty much a central hub for everything that I've just mentioned. So check that out, and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.